Hello, and welcome to Chemistry 251, which is the first semester of Organic Chemistry. I am Evan Lunt. I will be your instructor this semester. And while this class is fully online, I will be available in person in my office or on Zoom for anyone who wants to get in contact with me. I want to start by welcoming you all to this class and saying that I hope that we have an excellent semester and that we can do this together with each other's support and get through this class smoothly and well and successfully. I want to spend this time going over the syllabus, showing you the Moodle page, and showing you the ALEKS software which will be used for your online homeworks and online exams. So first I want to start by going over the syllabus. This is Chemistry 251, section OA1 and OA2. It is spring 2023. This is an asynchronous course, meaning these videos can be watched when you have time. I will prescribe them week by week, and you will be expected to be keeping up with the videos in order to keep up with the homework and the exams, which will be scheduled less asynchronous. But you can watch them at your own leisure when you have time. There's a few required texts for this class. You need Organic Chemistry, the 12th edition by Francis Carey. This is a McGraw-Hill textbook. The 12th edition is the newest version of this textbook. You do not need to have the newest edition of the textbook, which is available as a hard copy or an e-text. You may use an older copy of the textbook. Just know that sometimes the example problems in the book are a little bit out of order, and sometimes the chapters, if you go to an especially old edition, sometimes the chapters are a little bit out of order, but the content material should be about the same. For lab, which you'll need the Operational Organic Chemistry textbook by John Lemon. This is a Pearson Prentice Hall textbook. We're using the 4th edition. While you do not have labs in person this semester, it is very important that you get this textbook in order to write and follow along with the labs that are described in the remainder of the syllabus. We will be doing some virtual labs. I've posted videos describing lab techniques, which I will expect you to watch. And you will be expected to write lab reports describing what you would do in a particular lab. So if in the future you come to take an in-person or a seated lab, you will know some of the lab techniques before coming to class. The homework is called ALEKS. It's through McGraw-Hill, so it will match up with the textbook that we're using. And there's handouts on the Moodle page, which I will show later to demonstrate how to use the ALEKS software. You'll need internet access and ability to take pictures of your documents. This recommends Cam Scanner. This is one that's just compatible with the Moodle software, but if you're writing documents, say, in Google Docs or Microsoft Word, to type up your lab reports, those are also fine, as long as you convert them to PDF files before you submit them. Optional items include model kits, solution manuals, and the ACS study guide. The ACS study guide is going to be less important since we are not taking an online version of the ACS exam, but it is a good study material for the final exam and comes with a solutions guide in the book itself. The Organic Chemistry Solutions Manual is the companion to the Carey textbook and will walk you through solutions to the examples in the book. You don't necessarily need a calculator for this course, but something like a TI-83 or an 84 is sufficient. Here's my information. My name is Evan Lunt. Here's my phone number. This is my office phone number and my email. I respond to email pretty quickly. I say if you email me Monday through Friday, I will respond within 24 hours. If you email me after 3 p.m. on a Friday or over the weekend, I will reply to you the following Monday, Monday morning generally. I am happy to meet with you in person. Here are my office hours in person in Sycamore 309. However, if you can't make these hours or you can't come in person, I'm available online on Zoom by appointment, and I can send you the Zoom information upon receiving an email from you that you would like to meet. So use this email. I will respond very quickly. I'll let you read through the course goals of the class. This is an asynchronous course, so inclement weather doesn't really affect us. so don't worry about this. This is only for synchronous and seated classes. Here's some important dates. We begin on Monday, January 9th. Monday, January 16th is the college is closed for MLK Junior Day. That doesn't really affect us. And we're closed again on March 7th for Professional Development Day. Again, doesn't really affect us. We do have a spring break from 4-3 to 4-8. In that case, there will be no assigned work over that break, but you will have the opportunity to review some work that you've already done on ALEKS during that time. Friday 4/14 is the last day to withdraw, and Tuesday 5/9 is the last day of classes. I detail my grading policy and my makeup work policy. I am pretty accommodating with makeup work if you are on top of it. I would say if you know you're going to be late with an assignment or late with or need an extension on something, let me know as soon as possible. I can't really grant a retroactive extension. You know, if you come 3 days late and say, oh, I missed it, I need an extension, it's harder for me to grant an extension after the fact than it is before the fact. So if you know you're going to miss something or you're going to be late on something, please let me know as soon as possible, and I will be accommodating with that. I detail my grading policy. You can read that on your own. And the final policy, there's a grade replacement policy that's detailed here. This says that if the final grade is higher than one of the lecture test grades, the final grade will replace that low grade. So in this case, if you have an 85, a 70, a 65, and a 70, and then you get a 75 on the final, this 75 will replace the 65. If you score lower on the final, then all of your exam grades is just counted as normal. There is a census date that is Wednesday, January 18th. To remain enrolled in the course, there's an assignment on Moodle that I require you to complete to make sure that you remain enrolled in the course, and I will detail that when we go over the Moodle page. Here is the course schedule. So this is very important. I will adhere to this pretty strictly. I will let you know if things change week by week, but this is where it's going to be how we're going to be following through the semester. So for instance, on the first week, 1/9, so this is for the week. This is the dates, the Monday dates. There will be an introduction and a Gen Chem review. And then under activities and homework, which is ALEKS, it'll show you what activities you need to do that week. So what this means is that the review module and the initial knowledge check will be due at the end of that week. For the following week, 1/16, you'll see we'll be doing chapter 1, and there's 2 homework assignments for that week. Homeworks will be due on Thursday and Sunday, so that means that 1.1 will be due on Thursday of that week, and 1.2 will be due on Sunday of that week. This is to ensure that you're working throughout the week and not just cramming at the end. In general, we have 2 to 3 chapters per exam. So you see we'll have our first exam on January 30th, our second exam on February 20th, and so on. You'll also see that spring break falls on the week of 4/3. And our final exam falls on 5/1. Laboratory experiments, these are not seated, but they are going to have to be done by you. This first week, there's no lab, but there is a video that needs to be watched. I've posted under lab videos a list of the videos that correspond to each of these bolded and italic sections. So for instance, the first week I expect you to watch the glassware and equipment video. For the second week, I expect you to watch the melting point determination and the boiling point determination videos, and so on. At the end of this row, it says what's due. So for instance, the first week you need to do the filtration lab. That's due on 1/18. The melting point, boiling point lab will be due a week after we do it. So in general, you'll do the lab or you'll watch the video, and then a week later, the lab report will be due on Moodle. Some of these labs are dry labs. So you'll see, for instance, dry lab stereochemistry worksheets, and those will also be due a week after they are released. And that is the syllabus. It is pretty comprehensive. For the most part, I will follow it pretty closely. But again, if anything changes, I will let you know far in advance. I would now like to briefly show you the Moodle and the ALEKS pages that we'll be using for this course. Keep in mind that this is the instructor view of the Moodle page. I can't turn it to student view. So there will be things that I can show on this screen that you will not see. They will just have a note that says hidden to students. but I will highlight the important pieces of this Moodle page and point out important places that you should be looking. So this is the intro section to the Moodle page. Here are the pictures of the two textbooks if you don't know what they look like. Again, here's my email detailing my contact information. The biggest function that I use on the Moodle page is going to be this course announcements section. So if you click on course announcements, you'll see that no announcements have been posted yet, but every week I will be posting an announcement detailing what is going to be happening the following week. So, excuse me. So for instance, on a Thursday or Friday, I will post an announcement detailing what is going to be happening starting the following Monday. And I will do that every week. And this will push directly to your email. So make sure you've enabled email announcements from Moodle. Otherwise, you won't see these. So this is going to be a very important place for me to communicate with you if things change, if assignments are being moved, what's coming up, exams that are coming up, and so on and so forth. So let's go back to the home page. This discussion forum is for you. This is going to be places that you can post questions and you amongst yourselves can answer, and I can answer as well. So if you have any questions that come up through the course and you want to kind of poll the class on what your opinions are or your answers are, this is a good place to start looking. If I click on Course Syllabus, Schedules, Information, and Policies folder, we'll see a copy of the syllabus that I just talked about. This actually is I will update this. This is last semester's syllabus, so I'll update this. But this also has additional syllabus info and a lab grading rubric to show how I will be grading labs online that you submit. Next, we see lecture notes and lecture videos. Under lecture notes, this is going to be the notes that I will be teaching from for the entire semester. So it's listed by chapter. So here's these three are going to be the notes for chapter 1, and you have the notes for chapter 2. This is what I'll be teaching from. So if you want to follow along, I would highly recommend downloading these lecture notes and following along, writing on them, annotating them, using them for your reference while you're going through the course. This is going to be where the bulk of the information is going to be coming from. If I go back to the main page, under lecture notes, you'll see lecture videos. So this is where I'll be posting lecture videos. So I will be replacing this with my videos. This is this Chem 251 videos list spring 2021. This is supplemental videos. This is from a previous semester if you want to watch in-person lectures. Say you want to hear someone other than me talk about a particular subject. This is going to have all of the videos for recorded lectures from spring 2021. This is also the folder where I'll be posting my lecture videos. So for every chapter, I will be posting a couple of videos that I expect you to watch that will be detailing topic by topic the important information from each chapter. Each video will be 10 to 15 minutes long, and there'll be a couple of those videos per chapter detailing the important information. Under lecture videos, you'll see the class code for the ALEKS page. So if you click on this website, this will take you directly to the sign up page. And if you input this code, you can access the online homeworks and online lecture exams. Under that, there's some information for ALEKS. There is a 2-week trial if you're maybe unsure about taking the class or you want to use a discounted code for not paying the full price for ALEKS right off the bat. You can do a 2-week trial at a discounted price. At the end of that 2 weeks, you can also update it to a full term if you're planning on sticking around with this class. And this also denotes the initial knowledge check and talks about what that looks like in terms of the ALEKS website. So these are all going to be useful for signing up for the ALEKS information and the ALEKS homeworks. This answer keys folder has answers to the problems that are in the lecture notes, so that's going to be very useful. The next most important thing is going to be these lab briefings and lab videos. So if I click on lab briefings, This goes in order for the labs that we'll do every week. In general, there'll be a briefing and then some kind of setup information or maybe a whiteboard notation about what's going on. So this is going to be supplemental to be read alongside the operational organic chemistry textbook. So the operational organic chemistry textbook will detail exactly what's going on in the lab, and then these are going to be giving you notes onto how to actually conduct the lab. Now, on top of the lab briefings and info, both reading the book and reading those briefings, there's going to be lab videos that I expect you to watch every week. So if I look at these lab videos, I will just download this. These lab videos are going to be supplemental to the labs. So for instance, I've said this is week 1, lab intro and safety, and I expect you to watch video 1, which is glassware and equipment. For the second week, melting point and boiling point, I expect you to watch videos 2 and 3, and so on and so on. Now, some of them you'll see numbers are repeated. That just means if you want a refresher, you can go back, say, when you get to identifying a constituent of panacetin, maybe you want to review melting point, and you can go back and watch video 2. So this is going to be where you are seeing demonstrations of techniques. So when you're, say, drawing or describing setups in your lab report, you have a visual and a physical confirmation of what this actually looks like. So this is going to be very important for understanding how labs work. Instructor contact and information. This is also detailed in the syllabus. Here's the filtration techniques lab. So you must complete this by noon on Wednesday, 1/18, and you must complete it to stay enrolled in Chem 251. So this is just going to be a couple videos for you to watch, a couple questions. It's kind of a review of lab techniques from previous classes, and this must be done in order to stay enrolled in the class. Syllabus verification also must be done by 1/18. This is just saying that you read the syllabus. Here's the lab submission area. This is where you'll actually submit your assignments. So for one lab, this is the filtration techniques. This says 8/31. I'll update that to say 1/18. This is where you'll actually submit your assignments. So this is not what you'll see. This is the grading view. But you'll see a submission button, and I would prefer you to submit in PDF form. If you need help submitting assignments on Moodle, there's a document detailing how to submit assignments on Moodle. So this is for every one of the lab assignments. And the remainder of this website is information for you. For every chapter, there's PowerPoints and handouts that you can detail if, say, you didn't get enough out of what I described and you didn't get enough out of what the previous instructor described and you want to see a little bit more or in more detail, you can click on these PowerPoints, download them, and view at your own leisure. This will be more in-depth information for each chapter, but it will give you better understanding if you're having trouble with one particular section. So that's the Moodle page. I just want to jump over to the ALEKS page. So when you get to ALEKS, once you've signed up, you'll see this login page. Mine is already set up, so I will say login. And I will just pull up the organic chemistry page. This is the instructor view, so I'm going to switch it to student view. All right, so here we are in student view. So I've already done a little bit of this to show you how it would look. I've already done the initial knowledge check. So when you log into ALEKS, it'll prompt you to take an initial knowledge check to see how much organic chemistry you're coming in knowing. So I knew 37% of it. And then it's going to prompt me to start my path. So the first assignment that is for the first week is going to be your review module. This is going to be a review of general chemistry to prep you for chapter 1. So I would click start my path. And then it would pull up questions for me to answer. I will let you, there's instructional videos on how to use ALEKS. I would highly encourage you to watch those videos before you start using it. It's pretty user-friendly. There's buttons along the side, calculator, data, periodic table. The textbook function doesn't quite work yet. It's not quite running yet. But by the end of the semester, the textbook function will be running. And Message Center, if you click on Message Center, this will, you can type an email here. This will send directly to my email. So if you have a question about one of the questions, or if you have a question about one of the answers, you can always send me an email and it will link me to the direct question. So that's a very useful feature of ALEKS. So I'll get out of here. Again, this is where all of your homework and exams will show up. They'll appear over here. There's review, assignments, worksheet, calendar. So if you click on the calendar, you'll see that on January 15th, the review module is due. On January 22nd, Chapter 1, Part 2 is opens. Chapter 2 or is due. Chapter 2, Part 1 is due on January 26th, and so on and so forth. If you click on the month view, you can see when they're due for the whole month. So I would highly encourage you to play with ALEKS and use it as a tool and a resource as a supplement to the videos we're showing in class. This is going to be highly encouraged in order to really learn the subjects that we're talking about in class. So ALEKS is going to be useful in combination with the Moodle page. Please keep up on top of your work. There is a lot of work for this class, and I don't want you to fall behind. So do keep up with the work so you don't start falling behind and having to do multiple things at once. If you do keep up, this is manageable, and all of it will be detailed in the ALEKS website.